Hey, welcome to the channel. If you are new here, don't forget to like and subscribe. Today, we're tackling a question that's been buzzing in the news. Why will Donald Trump never win the Nobel Peace Prize? Despite his latest nomination for brokering a ceasefire between Iran and Israel, the reality is far more complicated. Let's break down the recent events and wars that explain why Trump remains an unlikely Nobel laureate. Just this week, President Trump was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize by Congressman Buddy Carter. The reason? Trump's role in announcing a ceasefire after 12 days of deadly conflict between Iran and Israel. The fighting began when Israel struck Iranian nuclear and military sites, followed by Iranian retaliation and U.S. airstrikes on June 21st. Trump's supporters claim his decisive actions promoted peace and established a framework for the ceasefire. But here's the catch. The ceasefire was shaky from the start, with both sides accused of violating it almost immediately. Trump himself expressed frustration, saying neither side seemed to know what they were doing and had to intervene with urgent calls to leaders to keep the truce in place.
They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning if Israel is committed?
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what?
Trump's foreign policy has been dubbed the Trump Doctrine. Try diplomacy first, but if that fails, use overwhelming military force and then exit quickly. This approach was on full display in the Iran-Israel crisis, where Trump authorized B-2 bomber strikes on Iranian nuclear sites, then quickly pushed for a ceasefire. But experts argue this is not a recipe for lasting peace. Instead, it's a high-risk, high-drama strategy that can escalate conflicts before attempting to end them. Even after the strikes, intelligence reports suggest Iran's nuclear capabilities were only delayed, not destroyed, and the region remains volatile. So why won't Trump win the Nobel Peace Prize? Here's what's working against him. Number one, escalation before ceasefire. Trump's strategy often involves using military force first, then negotiating peace. The Nobel Committee typically recognizes leaders who prevent war, not those who escalate and then de-escalate. Number two, shaky ceasefires. The Iran-Israel truce is fragile, with both sides violating terms within hours. Critics argue that Trump's interventions create temporary pauses, not lasting peace. Number three, mixed results in other conflicts. Earlier this year, Trump ordered 45 days of airstrikes against Houthi rebels in Yemen, only to announce a ceasefire later. These actions have not led to durable solutions or reconciliation. Number four, polarizing leadership. Trump's foreign policy is often seen as unpredictable and driven by instinct, not by a consistent commitment to peace. Analysts and even some of his own supporters question whether his actions are genuinely aimed at long-term stability. And lastly, Nobel Prize standards. The Nobel Peace Prize is awarded for significant, lasting contributions to peace.
Just 11 months on the job, and he's now a Nobel laureate. In a ceremony at Oslo City Hall, President Barack Obama joined the exalted company of Nelson Mandela and Mother Teresa.
I receive this honor with deep gratitude and great humility.
He was cited for re-engaging America in global diplomacy. Yet his Peace Prize came days after he ordered thousands more troops to war in Afghanistan. It was timing the president couldn't ignore.
And so I come here with an acute sense of the costs of armed conflict. I face the world as it is and cannot stand idle in the face of threats to the American people.
Obama used his Nobel speech to say all nations must work to build peace. The president says he was as surprised as anyone by this award and understands the awkwardness of getting a Peace Prize in a time of war. His message here is he accepts it as a call to action. and an honor he hopes one day to earn.
While Trump supporters highlight his willingness to take bold action, the Nobel Committee looks for leaders who foster enduring peace through diplomacy and reconciliation. Recent events show that Trump's approach often involves dramatic military moves followed by attempts to broker peace, moves that may grab headlines but don't create the lasting harmony the Nobel Prize demands. So, while Trump's name keeps popping up in Nobel Peace Prize discussions, the reality is that his record in recent wars and peace efforts just doesn't fit the Nobel mold. Temporary ceasefires after military escalation aren't enough. Until we see a genuine, lasting breakthrough, the Nobel Peace Prize will likely remain out of reach for Donald Trump. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments. Do you think Trump deserves the Nobel Peace Prize? Why or why not? Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.